Hey everybody, this is Sir Onion Knight, and today I'm bringing you this video from my mess of a room to kind of explain to you what's going on with the channel, give you a little bit of a, idea of what to expect, maybe, and then of course, I'm going to tell you what I think about Endwalker because I don't really have any plans to make a video about that anytime soon, and I'll explain why. So, starting out, let me go and explain what's been going on. Obviously, holidays have come and everything. It's been difficult to, you know, do work, family, and video content um, all at one time. I am a family guy through and through, um, to an extent, I guess you could say. I don't know. Like, when it comes to holiday stuff, I do prefer to do the stuff with the family. If you could tell by my voice right now, I am also coming off of being sick. This last week I got COVID. I am doing much better right now, but for the last week I pretty much stayed laying in bed all day. Um, I don't have anyone to take care of me. Um, my ex-wife, she has been very helpful. She put in grocery orders for me that, sent me soup and medicines and stuff like that. I love her to death. Her and her boyfriend have been super helpful, and I've been grateful to have them as my friends still, even after, um, you know, separating. It's been nice to have that, but obviously I don't have someone physically here. I mean, I've got my sister and my stepfather, but we all kind of do our own thing. Um, COVID actually got COVID through my stepfather, and he got it through his work. Bunch of people at his work in their office, they came down with COVID, and it somehow spread to the warehouse staff. Um, he came home and let us know what was up. He stayed in his corner of the house. I stayed in mine. My sister stayed in hers. We always do this. This isn't out of the ordinary for us either, so we're not like make any sort of massive change to our habits or anything like that. We always kind of stay in our own little corners of the rooms or corners of the apartment. Um, he got better. We had Christmas come along. We did the whole Christmas thing. And then I ended up with COVID. I ended up with COVID after Christmas. Thank God, after Christmas. But I ended up with COVID. And so this last week, I pretty much laying in bed, sleeping most of the time. You know, it's been a boring week. We'll just say that. But it was much needed rest. So, see, still got the cough too. Still got a little bit of the allergies and congestion and everything, but I'm fine otherwise. I'll be going to work tonight. They wouldn't let me take any more time off. Um, just fine. Whatever. I need the money. They're not paying me to have the time off anyway. Um, so anyway, that being said, I didn't get anything related to any videos done. I didn't stream. I pretty much laid in bed. When I did get up and get on the computer, I did try and log into WoW. I tried to log into Final Fantasy. Both games, I just couldn't stay on for very long. I think both games I would hop on and be there for maybe about 2 minutes. I think at the most 2 hours, probably on World of Warcraft one day. But yeah, I just logged out. I couldn't do it. I can't bring myself to play an MMO right now. So that kind of makes me worry about the future of this channel at this point, because I've tried for the last, 6 months now to try and build this up with Final Fantasy in mind, a little bit of WoW, you know, but I just can't bring myself to play an MMO right now. I said this last night when I was watching SFan stream Dark Souls. I was like, I've played MMOs for at least 18 years now. I don't know. My math is probably way off, but I've been playing since 2005. And I just don't have that same drive for MMOs anymore. Like I started out with like Guild Wars, and then I got into WoW once I was able to, pay for a monthly sub. Because, my parents didn't pay for my subs or anything like that. They wouldn't pay for a sub. They'd buy me a new game, but if they had to make a monthly commitment to paying for something, they wouldn't do that. So when I was able to finally hop into World of Warcraft for the first time and I could pay the sub, I've been playing that almost ever since. And then, Final Fantasy came around. I've occasionally played that up until this year when I made it my commitment to play all the way through it. I played all the way through it. It was a great time, but it's kind of like where I was thinking when I was reaching Shadowbringers. I was like, is this going to be my forever game? Like, is this going to be something that I'll play forever? And obviously you're not going to play every game forever. Eventually you're going to quit, either by dying or getting bored of the game or whatever. But, obviously nothing lasts forever. And honestly, Final Fantasy being such a great game, it's kind of sucks to feel the way I am right now, but I just have to be honest with myself. I'm not having fun. I don't have any fun playing MMOs right now. Some of it has to do with community. Some of it has to do with just feeling boxed into a particular genre of game. Just kind of doesn't feel compelling. It's just, I don't know. It's really weird. Obviously, on the community aspect, I'm more or less talking about Twitter. So obviously, people are shitty over there 100% of the time anyway. So that's not really the reasoning. That's just kind of an additional little kick to the teeth, honestly. But when it comes to like reasoning, I really think it just has to do with just being burned out on MMOs in general. So for now, I'm gonna take a break from MMOs in general. If I come back into playing one later down the line, then awesome. If not, well, then it was good fun while it lasted. And hopefully I'll find something else that gives me that same sense of adventure that MMOs have provided me all these years. Like when I think of an MMO, when I think of games like that, I think of being a fledgling adventurer, right? And you're stepping into this world that you've never seen before, and you've got all this like terrain and everything around you, and you've never explored it, right? Like you're stepping out of your village for the first time and you're just like, I'm going to explore this world. I want to see giants. I want to slay dragons. I want to meet a princess and marry her and have a fairy tale wedding and have a grand, I think of like fairy tales. I think of like all sorts of things like that. What I want in an MMO is I want to step out of my village for the first time ever as a young adventurer, and I want to just walk in a direction. And I want to come across a village who's been under attack by a dragon, and they're looking for adventurers to slay the dragon. And so you gather a bunch of adventurers around you, and you work to slay that dragon. And then after you slay that dragon, you cut that dragon's head off. And then you don't just put the dragon's head in your pocket. You place that fucking dragon's head on a cart, and you walk that cart back to the village. And when you get to that village, they praise you. They throw a party. They throw a festivity in your name. In the name of you and your whole company of heroes that you banded together with. They take this dragon head out of this cart. And you could see them take this dragon head out of the cart and walk it to like this freaking pyre, like a just giant fire. And they throw this dragon head on a spit. And they fucking spin that and roast it. And then you're eating freaking, dragon barbacoa, something like that. I want something like that. I want to experience a fantasy world that feels alive, but also feels like you're doing something that, you've never done before. When I played World of Warcraft all those years ago for the first time, when I walked into the world of Azeroth for the first time, obviously I knew, who Thrall was, and I knew who Jaina was, and all stuff because I played Warcraft 1 all the way through 3. I wasn't like deep in the lore or anything, but I knew who some of these characters were. And when I walked into this world, I fully expected to go out, you know, level up my character, kill things, explore. Explore was the big thing. I wanted to fight dragons because I heard about these dragons of nightmare that they had in their stuff that were just roaming around the world and stuff. And I came across them, and that was terrifying, especially considering the fact that they could just come after you. I remember running across the one in Ashera. I believe it was kind of like a spectral ghost type thing that kind of really got like its form solidified whenever you started the attack. But I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But like I just remember like I also remember walking into like the grove in Duskwood and having the dragon in front of the portal there that was just like roaming around. And like from far away you're just like, "Oh my god, this thing is massive. This is so cool looking." And like I remember on my character, it was a rogue. I hit that stealth button. I'd start like slowly inching my way toward it. I wanted to see how close I could get before it would spot me, and I died really quickly. It was able to see through stealth pretty far away for my low level, but I wanted to do things like that. I wanted to do stupid shit. I wanted to test my limits. I wanted to explore and just have fun. But these days, it's so theme park. Everything is so theme park, and it's just I don't know. It's not. It's not as fun anymore like it used to be. And I don't think there's a market for it, what I want these days. Like, I feel like a lot of people probably feel the same way that I do, but not enough would actually. Not enough to pay the developers and publishers the money that they want to see on like with returns on investment. It would cost them way too much money, and they're gonna want to see, you know, all that money back and then some. And then if it doesn't make a certain amount, that's going to be considered a failure, even if it's a total success. And that's just the reality with the gaming industry these days. You know, you're never going to find, you know, the game that's perfect for you, because that game that's perfect for you isn't perfect for everyone else. And I don't know. These days, I don't have any interest in MMOs as much as I used to. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm done with it for now. I'll probably play Final Fantasy here and there in the next few months, test the waters, see how I feel, but I don't think I'm going to really put that much into it. Um, which kind of leaves me in limbo for what to do with this channel. Um, this channel's always been kind of in limbo, like a weird limbo. You know, it used to be that I would just do Let's Plays, and they didn't pick up much steam because I mean, Let's Plays, we'll just be honest, that's a dying genre of video these days anyway. The only people that make it work are people like Markiplier who've been doing it for years and have built an audience off of those. And even then, their audience, I'm pretty sure, is either dwindling or coming and going often enough that they have to rely on things like live streaming and stuff now. Whereas before they could probably just like put out their 2 videos a day and then just be good, which that's not to say it's not a lot of work, because that is a lot of work, but especially if you're the only one editing the videos and you don't have an editor. But it's just, I don't know, I just don't see any future in that either. And then at some point I tried doing tutorial stuff, but I don't know, tutorials don't seem to really work. RPG Maker tutorials, I did those because, found a I found a need for them at that point, and I feel like I've fulfilled that need, so I'm not going to make any more of those. I feel like the videos I made were pretty much, if you followed those videos, you pretty much should be able to learn how to do whatever you need to do in RPG Maker. I don't know, like I get comments asking me how to do certain things, and I'm just like, look, I'm not going to give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to do, X, Y, Z feature in your game. That's something you'll have to figure out on your own, just like everybody else has, but that came before you. Like, there's no, like, once you learn the basics of it, you should be able to put together everything from there. And I don't know, I stopped really being interested in making that content too, just because I fulfilled the need that I set out for, which was basics, just basics of the game engine, and even then, it's not like, it's RPG Maker, it's not that hard, right? When you're starting out, you're trying to understand the basics and grasp different terms and stuff like that. But once you actually get into it, if you've got a solid framework for like how to get started, you're good to go from there. And I feel like that was accomplished in the videos that I put out. There's really no reason for me to go forward from there. And then of course, I've done, the MMO content and everything. I tried doing like a brief stint in doing like news for related to WoW, and no, I tried to do a vlog type thing. No, that wasn't fun. And then I came across the Final Fantasy stuff, and Final Fantasy was fun and great, but just feeling the way I do about MMOs, I don't see that happening anymore. So, I'm gonna have to stop and figure out what I'm gonna do with the channel. Whatever I'm gonna do is gonna be gaming related, 100%. Gaming or art, or both, probably both, because that's just who I am. I do plan to stream on Twitch. I tried to do the streaming on YouTube thing, but that just ended up basically cannibalizing my channel. Apparently, if you stream on Twitch, or apparently if you stream on YouTube, you end up losing subscribers, which I apparently witnessed right in front of my eyes. And I had someone try and tell me, oh, that's just YouTube removing old subs. But no, like literally, I look at the analytics to the videos and it's showing people unsubscribing from the channel in the videos, not, YouTube destroying destroying my audience. Yeah, sorry, this coughing. I've been going on in this video for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But I just wanted to release this to kind of give you guys a idea of what was going on. So again, I do plan on doing the one chip challenge. I do plan on streaming on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Sir_Onion Knight. That'll be where you can find me. You can see part of my overlay on the bottom there because I was too lazy to take that off apparently. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch. I'm going to try and do it more regularly now, but I never set a schedule because work, sleep, and family, you never really predict things. Plus I would like to have a girlfriend sometime, so if anybody wants to fill out that girlfriend application, let me know. I'm just kidding. But anyway, coming soon, I'm going to be playing Dark Souls. I'm not going to be playing Elden Ring when it releases. Obviously, financial related. I can't really just go out and purchase Elden Ring for obvious reasons. But I'm going to be playing the Dark Souls series. I probably won't play 2. I don't like 2. But we'll see. I might play Dark Souls 2. There'll be some things I need to research on ways to make that more fun, I think. But, if it happens, it happens. But Dark Souls 1 and 3 for sure. And then Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne is actually one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, that'll be good fun streams. So I'll be streaming those. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So yeah, come follow me over on twitch.tv, be cool like that. And yeah, also follow me on Twitter. You'll get a heads up whenever I plan to go live for a day on there. If for whatever reason I don't keep a schedule for Twitch, you'll be able to find me on there. And yeah, so all the information to follow me is going to be in the description. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you around.